Ashugalan Leo, I am Ishka Medicine, your Arivan, for the Lunar month happening between May 4th and June 3rd, 2019. Let's begin with the spiritual aspects of what's going on. It seems that your mind is clouded, that there are some things keeping you away from being able to see the truth, Leo. Perhaps for some of you, someone enters your life. They may be a reflection of the doubts, the lies, the deceit that are plaguing your mind, Leo. And they're keeping you away from being able to trust in the process. You are about ready to transition into a new aspect of your life. You are about ready to say goodbye to yesterday. You're about ready to make certain sacrifices. To let go of certain burdens and responsibilities tied to who you were. So that you may be able to birth the person that you are becoming. Yet your mind is too full of doubt. It may be too full of sorrow. It may be too full of negative thoughts. And it's keeping you away from being able to trust in the process that is before you. The ancestor of guidance wants to be there for you, to help guide your steps, guide your way through a new beginning. This new beginning that is being set before you will be quite challenging. There will be many dangers. But you need to be ready for it. And who you were yesterday is not going to help who you are today, Leo. It's not going to help the new you. The ancestor of guidance speaks of dangers, threats, speaks of survival, speaks of an initiation, Leo. And you owe it to yourself to prepare for that. Something new is materializing for you. Communication. The ancestor of hope arrives. There may be some difficulty juggling certain responsibilities. This is also a sign that once again there's inability letting go. There's an inability to stay afloat. Some very challenging upheavals are happening in your life at this time. And some of them may be spoken to you. You may be receiving an email. You may be receiving a text message, a phone call. It might be something having to do in person. But whatever the case might be for you, Leo, things in your past are slowing down. Upheaval is happening in your life. And the ancestor of hope is an indication that you need to have hope. Hope is going to help you through this process. Hope that you will survive the oncoming struggle, the oncoming challenges. You are being cleansed, Leo. You are being stripped of everything that you were. Yesterday has gone goodbye. Today is happening. But in order to see the dawn of today, you will need to prepare. You will need to get rational. You will need to become pragmatic. You will need to become sure-footed. Plan each step. Fun at this time is over. You will need to let go of all that for the time. It's time to face some serious challenges. It's time to get disciplined. It's time to get structured. It's time to portion your harvest, if that's money, if that's food, whatever material possessions that you have. It's time to start thinking about portioning those out, rationing them out. It's time to start thinking about saving. The Archer is a spiritual aspect, and she sees you very determined. And she beckons you to hold steadfast through the opposing challenges that are in front of you. She says you have a goal. You have an aspiration. You have a dream, Leo. And she says that at this time, you must stay focused on that, even through all the conflict, even through all of the opposition. You must stay focused. However, the Three of Bows sees you afraid. Afraid of taking that journey alone by yourself. Afraid of taking that journey out of the darkness, through the darkness, to reach the light. You may lack hope, but hope is what you will need. You will need to have hope in something. Something will need to fuel you forward in time. The dancer of fear shows up in your area of aspirations and dreams and actions that you must take. The dancer of friendship, excuse me. The dancer of friendship says that do not despair. If you have faith in yourself, if you have faith in divine purpose, if you have faith in your instincts, forgive me, you will attract allies, beneficial spirits, people in your life who will serve to benefit your cause. They'll serve you to benefit your purpose. Only if you have faith, Leo. Only if you trust in your instincts, if you trust in your spirit, if you trust in your soul, if you trust in your intuition, you trust in your heart, you give yourself permission to be open and vulnerable to your desires, to your wants. Only then will your actions attract the right allies and friends in your life who will serve your purpose. They will come to you. The Three of Stones, however, says that you might be a little resistant to taking advice from your elders. You might be a little resistant at this time, learning about the histories of where you come from, of a society, of a career, of a historical artifact, or a historical church, holy place of some sort for some of you. Your society, where you live, may be packed with a lot of history. And this page of arrows here says that you may be getting the wrong information. I kind of want to go back. Spirit is having me look back at the Knight of Arrows here, because it's all coming around full circle. You lack faith, you lack hope, because you have negative thoughts, negative belief systems that are keeping you from trusting. But I want you to understand that these are lies. They are deceit, Leo. There may be someone that comes in and speaks these to you. Perhaps someone very youthful. Perhaps someone young, like a young adult. are someone who's very childlike or youthful in essence. These informations, these messages, they're at the beginning stages. But for some reason, you're believing them, Leo.
Jupiter time.
For some reason, they're keeping you from having hope. It may be that you're trying to control the process out of fear. The dancer of friendship, I believe, is making an effort to say that the people in your life who are trying to mentor you and trying to teach you something and trying to help you advance, they might be people who you can trust. But then again, this page of arrows worries me in this position because it makes me feel like I'm receiving invalid, deceitful, lying information. I'm not receiving the truth. And it's pointing down towards the Three of Stones, which makes me feel like the mentors, the elders, the wisdom keepers in your life at this time, those people who you're looking to advance you to a new level of your career or your vocation or a new level of status within a society, or to help you understand some sort of historical item, artifact, building, structure. They may be deceitful towards you. Some of you, they might be deceitful. And I feel that information to be more stronger here because there's always the possibility too that you yourself might be learning, but you're learning the wrong things. Pages are such pure creatures and they're very susceptible. And when someone is in a childlike state, I see the page of arrows as not just a childlike state of mind as far as like a child, although there may be a child that is coming into some of your lives, Leo. But for some of you, I also see that you are in a childlike state of learning. You're learning something entirely new to you, that you are a baby, you're a Padawan in learning this process. And it may be that you might be getting the wrong information from the wrong people. And this dancer of friendship may be saying that you need to trust in your instincts, you need to trust in your actions. Your actions are what's going to attract the right kind of people in your life. What you do is going to attract. The dancer of friendship is a fire card, and it's in a fire placement. So I want to make this very clear here in this placement, Leo, that this would mean that you really need to trust in your instincts. You need to trust in your intuition. You need to give yourself permission to take risks at this time too. You need to give yourself completely and fully over to your faith and your actions and your instincts and your impulses, quite frankly, because those are all instinctual and intuitive in the end. They're very telling. But you have to stay focused on the dream and the aspiration. If you give yourself permission to remain focused on that dream, focused on that aspiration, and you've got to find a way to carry a hope in your heart, and you have to find a way to give yourself permission to take that journey through the darkness and into the light, because that's where you're trying to go. For emotions, romance, psychic, we have the spirit of initiation. It is likely that you are being initiated into a whole new level of consciousness. It is likely, Leo, that you will have to go within in order to find this consciousness. But it seems to me that there's a lot of fear around that because I get the Queen of Stone in reverse. She speaks about a lot of fear. She speaks about being overly protective. She speaks about an inability to let go of control and to trust in the process. She also speaks about taking on burdens, being a scapegoat for burdens that are not her own, sacrificing herself, her dreams, her aspirations, her mind, body, and soul to the punishment and the ridicule and the contempt of others and the wrongdoings of others. Don't give yourself permission to be a sacrificial lamb during this month, Leo. Don't be someone else's sacrifice this month. The Six of Stones points to deceit. It also points to malnourishment. An inability to care for what is trying to grow in the physical world. Something in your physical, your mundane world is trying to grow. And you may be neglecting that purpose with the Six of Stones in reverse. And it's odd to me because it's something that you've created space for, Leo. It's something that you made space to have in your life. And yet, you are neglecting it. It also could be a chance that you are allowing yourself to fall prey to lies and deceit, giving too much of yourself to those who do not deserve it. They may look on the outside, they may speak a good game, they may speak to you in a way that makes it seem or sound like they're in a heavy space and that they're in need of your help and that they're in need of your assistance and that they are poor and that they are in need of your contribution. But these people are deceiving you. And especially one person in particular. One person in particular may be deceiving you into helping them, into doing something for them when they're quite frankly very much capable of doing it themselves. So the spirit of initiation wants to initiate you to the truth, wants to initiate you to the other side, wants to help you gain a more intuitive perspective, Leo, to help you see what's on the other side of the physical. Because sometimes it can be very difficult to see, sense, or feel when our only gauge, our only perspective is based on the mundane. The spirit of initiation wants you to go within, to reflect, to introspect, to allow yourself to release and surrender and let go. Allow your spirit, your feelings, your emotions, your creativity to be cleansed and purified of illusion so that you may be able to see the truth behind the mask. Because there is a person here who's holding many masks and they're putting on a face for you. And it is chances are you may fall for it if you do not give yourself time to meditate, to go on a spiritual journey, to go in, to reflect with the intention of initiating yourself to the spiritual world on the other side. There's something on the other side that spirit wants to show you, that spirit wants to awaken you to. This is an awakening process. The spirit of initiation wants to awaken you to something on the other side so that you may be able to handle this situation with a clear perspective. So for your physical, for your mundane, it speaks about enlightenment. The hunter of strength asks you to have the strength, to find the strength within your soul, within your heart, to let go of all that was. Find the strength to let go of all that was. It may be that there was a lot of oppression, a lot of abuse happening in your life before. And that may be keeping you away from moving forward in your existence, Leo. And the hunter of strength is asking you to find the strength to let go of all of that and to surrender yourself to the light that is at the end of this tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel for you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, Leo. The ancestor of hope. Hope is kindled. Light is at the end of the tunnel. The hunter of strength wants you to delve deep within your spirit, within your soul, within your heart. Find it in your feelings. Feel that strength. The strength of the moon, Leo. That quiet inner strength so that you may let go of everything that you were, so that you may then produce who you are becoming. That you may be able to take the next steps into that journey. This is a sacred journey for you, Leo. And overall, thoughts are going to create your reality. So you will need to be careful. But you also need to give yourself permission to trust in your heart, to free you. You no longer need to hold on to anything that is not serving you, Leo. Anything that may have served you before Whatever it is that you may tell yourself or tell others because it had a benefit to you at that time, these things are no longer serving your purpose. It's time to let them go. It's time for you to cleanse. It's time for you to awaken. It's time for you to be delivered into the person that you will be becoming for the new dawn, for the new you. I love you, Leo, with all my heart, and I hope this has served you. I hope this will assist you. I hope it will help you. And I hope to continue to serve you in this way. Many blessings, many dreams, many blessings to you, Leo. Ashugalan, Agalanor.